Hi, Jamie back from Krank Boxing and Fitness. So if you are learning to box, you need to learn how to defend yourself. I have briefly touched upon in the previous 3 tutorials. This is number 4, head movement and a good tight guard. Okay, it's not just all about throwing punches, you need to learn how to defend yourself. And today, I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to show you how to get back into this stance again. For those of you who haven't caught the footwork tutorial, although you should have by now. So our elbows come in, the strongest foot goes back, shoulder width apart, rear heel comes off, and we've got nice cushioned knees. Now notice my lead hand and my rear hand is up by my chin. Okay, so again I'm going to show you some common mistakes as we go on. I'm just moving around like we did in tutorial 3. Nice and relaxed and soft knees. There's a reason why we have those soft knees, because I'm going to show you the upper body movement and we need that cushion to be able to move in a good way, all right, in a more practical way. So this is where we are with our nice tight guard. What we don't want, again like I touched upon in previous, is that lead hand out here, which I see a lot of, just out here and wide and loose, okay? Nowhere near the guard position, and that rear hand's down and we're fighting like this. Yeah, chin's up, just ready to get counter punched. Okay, so tight guard, we're going to start with the guard and kind of confirm where we need to be with this, all right, especially when you're learning. Okay, now people who have really fluid footwork and slick skills, you'll see them on the TV, they can do all this, all right, but it's not advisable, especially when you're a beginner. Okay, it takes years of practice to acquire those kind of skills you'll see on the TV. All right, so let's go. Nice tight guard, elbows in, chin down. All right, now then I'm going to show you what it looks like to slip a punch. Okay, this is why we have the soft knees. I slip a punch in the correct way. So a straight punch is going to come at me. I'm going to slip off to the right. That guard stays there, and I'm just going to move off literally just enough for that punch to go over my shoulder. Okay, I don't step out, yeah, to try and slip that punch. I'll show you from here. From here, nice soft knees and slip. Okay, now that punch is just going past my facial area. All right, so my guard's up by the chin area, and I'm just slipping past. Okay, I've turned the body. I've also transferred the weight onto my rear foot. Okay, I haven't just leant over. Okay, now if I do this, I've lost momentum and my balance, because I've got to come back up to defend myself. So it's a transfer of weight from the front to the back. Okay, now I can come back with a counter, pushing off that back foot, but again, this is for later on. Today is just showing you how to slip. Okay, nice tight guard. I'm going to slip off to the other side and slip. Notice I've just pushed all the weight from the rear foot onto the front foot. Okay, guard nice and tight and back. So here, this is what it looks like from side view. So I'm slipping right, I'm slipping left. Always got that central balance throughout. From the other side, slipping right and slipping left. Okay, so again, those common mistakes, what I said before, we don't lean out too far, all right? Trying to swerve past the punches like this, and also dropping your hands, which is, you know, it's quite common, or stepping out and bending too far. Again, it's just put yourself way out of balance and you're just going to get caught really badly. From the side, stepping out and trying to lean over too far. Okay, we don't do that. Okay, we have to stay sharp, stay focused on that. Slip, 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 slip. Okay, so the next part, just keep practicing this at home. I'll give you some drills at the end. This one is rolling under punches, all right? So punches come, yeah, and we're going to transfer and roll under. Okay, now imagine your chin is inside a bowl, forming a kind of U shape. So depending on where the position of your opponent, it's all about depending on the positioning of your opponent. Of course, but I'm going to show you it's all about weight transferal and keep that upper body nice and loose. Okay, so I'm going to slip forward to my left. Okay, now all my weight is on that front foot, and I'm going to roll off to my right. I've just transferred the weight back into central balance, pushing more towards my rear foot. Okay, because I can come back with the counter, and it's better to have that 60-40 balance more towards the rear when you're rolling off, because again, you're getting out of danger and make them miss, make them pay. So this is what it looks like from the other side. So I've slipped off to my right, slip. Now the weight is all on my rear foot, and I'm just going to roll under, and I can come back with a left hook from there, or push off, whatever's the position of the opponent is. So go back over again. I'm going to slip off to my left, and roll and transfer the weight. Step off to my right. Okay, on the balls of my feet from there, you can see. Step off to my left and roll. Okay. Step off to my right and roll off the other way. So you've constantly got those head movements. Now you get this down. It's one of the hardest things to master. Obviously it takes practice, and it takes some light sparring and technical drills to get your head movement on point, because if you can make your opponent miss, then you can make them pay, because there's nothing more exhausting than throwing a big haymaker at an opponent and you just completely miss. It's debilitating. Okay, so I'm going to run you through some common mistakes now. So the common mistakes are what I've just shown you. So you're slipping out, you've taken a step too far there now, you're trying to roll back under, you've lost your position. Same thing the other side. You bent over too far, you haven't put your foot out, but then you try and roll under and you square on. You're going to get caught down here and you come too low. All right, no man's land down there. Unless you're like a Nigel Benn, you can weave very good, but that's a different ball game altogether. All right, it takes a lot of practice to do that. So here's some drills you can try at home. Literally just 1 minute at a time, little 20-30 second breather in between. Again, going back into that nice tightened guard. And we're going to try those slips to one side and rolls, okay? So it's vital to keep that guard up. And we're just going to slip to the side. Remember, we're not leaning over too far to evade that punch too much. It's literally just enough to evade the punch and be able to come back with your own counter or roll off the punches, okay? So a little slip to the side and a little roll back. Okay, I'll try that again. You just little slip to the side, elbows in. Now I'm still on balance here and just rolling under. Okay, one more time. Slip and roll. Always on balance. Okay, so you've just slipped the first one and rolled under the next one. You come back with your own attack from there. And just do it the same on the other side. Spend 30 seconds on each side. So it's slip, little turn of the body. What that'll do is distribute the weight between the hips and back onto your feet. And now you've got that power and balance to be able to roll under, okay? And before you know it, you're back on stance, all right, your balance. At no point should you feel off balance or top heavy. And because if you're bending too far, you'll not be able to come back with your own counter punch. You're just going to leave yourself wide open for attack. So there we go, 30 seconds there, and roll, 30 seconds there, and roll. Okay? Defense wins fights. You can't get hit, can't lose, can you? All right? Keep your guard tight, stay focused, stay calm, okay? Drill these at home, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on number 5. Stay tuned.